All right. Can you introduce yourself to us, please?
I'm Leo Wicks, Sergeant of Marines, and I just love bodybuilding.
Nice.
I've weightlifted since probably the 10th grade, and it's been about 8, 9 years since then. And I've been doing it ever since. Now I'm getting taught how to do it and look good while doing it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much me in a shell.
Nice.
I'm just competitive, and I love it. I just want to win.
Yeah, we see that, man. We see that every day. Question: how do we come to this? How did you choose bodybuilding? Why bodybuilding out of any sport?
How to become a bodybuilder? As all things, a long story, but bodybuilding. I was working out one day, probably 2 years ago, and I was lifting, probably just in a room, in a gym by myself, blazing my music. I had an epiphany, and I was like, what do I want to do in life? And I was like, I don't really care about any job. Really, I'll work. I'll make sure my family eat if that comes to it. But I didn't care about really anything. No, there was no job that could make me happy doing it. And I was like, the one thing I care about more than anything is working out and how my body looks. And I was like, well, if that's what I care about, that's my passion, why am I not doing that? Why am I not pursuing those things? And then even before I knew, when I was coming out to Cali, I got orders to Cali, I was like, I'm gonna do bodybuilding. And I was in a HIT course with, I think, Kingdom. And I'm telling him, I'm like, you should do bodybuilding too. And this is before, I didn't even know about the flyer on thing. And I'm just like, I'm doing bodybuilding in August. And I was like, I'm gonna do this disgusting cut. I was gonna eat tuna and water. And I was gonna do some disgusting things to get down the weight. But I was gonna do it, be an amateur. I was accepting a loss. I was like, I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna do it.
Yes.
And then I'm walking past when I'm working out one day and I see Coach Shy. I'm like, who is this dude on this wall? Like, is this serious? Is this serious right now?
Yeah.
And then I just kept walking by. Every day I was walking by for like 5 days. And I just said, bump it. Called, texted the number. And then I think, yeah, after that, we got here.
Here we are, man. Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And, if you don't mind telling us, I know this is your second time trying to get on stage. What is different from the first time that you try to get on stage and then this time around?
So, the first time to now, there's a lot of things that happened in my life between there and now. And this is why this one, regardless of what happens on stage, I gotta make it. There's so many people that's like looking up to me. I didn't know this, that were looking up to me and things of that nature. Because I was thinking to myself, I was 23, and what does it really matter? But the first time I had one of my Marines die, 5-year relationship, fiance, finished. One of my friends almost killed himself, and I had to stop it. And all this happened at once. And with Coach Shy, like the entire time, nobody knew except like really Coach Shy. And that's what I love him to this day for. I was going through a lot and I was trying to hold it all in. And I wasn't doing the journal entries. I was just like, I'm so busy, I'm not really thinking about nothing. And when it came to peak week, I don't know if probably wasn't cleaning my meal preps out right. I was just doing a lot at once. I was helping people move. And I wasn't doing what Coach was saying. I wasn't just relaxing and focusing on myself. I was focusing on everybody. I wasn't being selfish at all. And one day my throat just started closing up and I couldn't make it through it. And I definitely could have made it through it. But at that point, it probably got that woe was me mindset. And I was like, man, the weight of the world's on my shoulders right now. Why can't I just catch a break? And then once I was just lying in bed, and I'm like, I can't move. I went to the ER, and I was just like, I can't do it. And I texted Coach that, and then after that, I've had a dark time before. I lost rank, and I really had a dark time like a year ago, and I picked back up sergeant. But I had like a dark 3 weeks. I was like, I really quit. I really just gave up. I could have pushed through. I could have just died on stage. I could have just gave it my all, and I really quit. And all that pain I was going through, what was the point of it? And then Jason started talking to me. Jason saw me in the gym, and I give him the praise also. He just saw it. I was in the gym and I was working angrily. I was lifting heavy weights and I'm just working out. Like I want to fight somebody, and I did. If anybody would have came up to me, I would probably swung on them. I was going through my own emotional issues, and then Jason was just like, he had his full conversation with me. And he was like, you know what you really need? You need to get on stage. I was like, you know what? All the bullshit. That's it right there. That was it.
Yes.
And then my mind changed, and Coach started talking to me about things, and I started talking to Coach, and I haven't cried since my auntie got killed when I was like, I think I was 11.
Wow.
And I cried when Marine died, and then I think I was in the gym. I was in the gym talking to Coach, and he was telling me about how some Marine I was working here at the gym was inspired by me. And I don't feel like I stand out that much and things like that nature, but he just saw it consistently. And just him saying that, like, I was about to cry in front of Coach, I'm about to cry in front of all these people, and it was just like that moment of, there's like that vulnerability, like weights coming off my shoulders, just, it's okay. Like that's what, it was just, it's okay. Things are happening and it's okay.
Yes.
And now I'm a different man in a whole different aspect of ways. And I'm glad I went through what I went through, because I can lead differently.
Yes.
I can help my little brother out in different ways. I can help my family out in different ways. And the relationships I make, I don't have to go at them and be as cold. Because I definitely was a cold person. And I say bodybuilding's changed, and it's built in the mind.
Yes.
More than it's built. Anything you see, and you could be like, oh man, you changed so much, and like you don't understand how much I've changed.
Man.
So yeah, I would give praise. This is a sport like no other.
Yes, man. Thank you very much for sharing that. I mean, so what is the package you bring in on stage April 1st?
I'm bringing the smoothest thing I ever seen. I'm telling you, on stage, the INBA has never seen somebody that's gonna go on stage like that. I will be the sex appeal, the shining star.
Yes.
For my categories. I'm so sorry for anybody else that's up there on stage. the pro card will be mine.
Yes.
And so if y'all are watching, thank you. We'll be a part of your organization, pro members. But
thank you. All right, that is slick. That is amazing, man.
But yeah, it's been a long time coming. I should have been up there a few months ago, but I probably have the longest prep out of anybody on the course.
Yes.
But yeah, I will be bringing to sports modeling probably.
Yes.
And I'll bring a flair that I think has not been seen. And,
nice.
Oh, just wait.
Oh, it's a secret.
Oh yes.
It's a secret.
Yes.
All right, and then lastly, any word of advice you have for anyone out there, man, watching this, listening to this, what would that be?
I'll say this much, especially I can only speak from my aspect, and as a Caribbean man growing up, I'm Bahamian. Especially from my men and my women that's be holding on to stuff. It's okay. Most of the time, it's like we try to fight the norm. Everybody's always like, oh, woe was me, so we're like, we can't do that. It's okay. You don't have to say woe was me. You don't have to feel bad about yourself. But one of the biggest things Coach has taught me, and probably as you know, is the biggest thing he taught me. He was like, what happens if you go down? The people around you will all go down also. So if you're not selfish, you don't hone in on yourself, and you're not the best version of yourself, then the people around you are gonna fall. So if I slip, I fall, there's so many people that are gonna get affected. So many people that won't be there. So right now, I've been the most selfish as I possibly can be, but in a way, I've helped as many people, more people right now than I ever could. I've touched so many people these past 2 months than I did before when I thought I was giving out more. And truth be told, I couldn't give them my full effort because I wasn't giving myself. I was way less of a man at that point. So that's the one advice I would give.
Man, thank you very much for this. And we know come April 1st. Oh, it's gonna spill the secret on the stage, but not right now. Thank you very much for your time, King. We look forward to April 1st seeing you on stage.
Thank you.